My clock says it's 7. That's right, Domino. That's what that means. And he's like, okay, I'm out of here. Do decide what you're doing because I can't really focus very well with you like this. Welcome, everybody, to the 18th of June. And my cat's tail. What did I do with my mouse?
Of course,
It must be the mouse that he's after.
Close the can?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's still,
Keep an eye on him.
you want me to give him,
All right, I muted the lady. Good to see you all. Yes, as Chris pointed out earlier, this is really hard with this cat. Come on, be a pal and put your butt down. Anyway, it is June 18th, and you are going to, there we go. Welcome everybody, and here's our vision where we see the world together. We see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. And I'd like to do some introductions here. Let's see. I think we will start with Kevin.
Hi.
Governor. I guess people know you. Past District Governor Kevin Eisenberg is here this morning. And let's see. I think I see David. David, hi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning. I'm David Mark Raymond. I am District 5130 Endowment Chair and happy to visit with you all today.
Welcome. Let's see. Neera. Hi, Neera. You want to say good morning?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Very good. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here with us.
Good to see you. I think it was telling me I was muted. No, not yet. All right, I think that's everybody. So welcome everyone. I don't think we're going to see any interactors now that school's out. So they're in the wind for a while, so we won't be seeing them. So welcome. I've got to get my situation here going. Don't forget the raffle. We are going to, whatever's in the pot, we are going to raffle it off today. We won't stop until the money is gone. So, so get your raffle tickets. Wanted to share with you today the 4-way test, which kind of helps guide us in our work. Remembering if of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? I haven't shared this with us all year, but I thought it'd be a good time to bring that back into our consciousness. June is Pride Month. So let's celebrate and support diversity and support the people who are celebrating Pride. Be an ally. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, and it is now also a federal holiday. So that means many people who work for the government are suddenly getting today off, which I really hope that they appreciate what this really is about. But there are some celebrations happening at the plaza tomorrow and also virtually. So if you'd like to check any of that out, you can. I think this holiday should just be a start. It's not the end game. It's a realization of about slavery, and it's not signifying that everything is hunky-dory anymore or yet. So there's a lot to do, but please celebrate with those who are celebrating that. By popular demand, I have some quotes from my father for Father's Day. This is my dad here, umpiring, first base umpire. That poor kid is out. And the outfit my dad is wearing in this picture, if he was not in a suit or his pajamas, he was wearing that sweatshirt and those pants. It's a Cornell sweatshirt. It is actually red, but you can't really tell because it's so faded. But that would be his every time else but sleeping and working outfit. So here are some of the quotes that he would say to us. The best one being, if you get there first, put a line on the ground. If I get there first, I'll erase it. So in honor of Father's Day, I'm sure you all have things that you remember your father saying to you, and that if you're a father now, you're probably saying to your own kids. His were shorter than my mom's were. He just kind of got it right too there. So that's my dad. Let's do the presentation of the swag, everybody. I know some people are wearing some stuff. I have to put mine on. I'm not as bold as Ian. I don't have a what's it called? A jacket I can put all those things on. So who's got some swag on? Let's start with you, Ian. I saw your swag.
Sure. So let's see if I can do this. I've got my collection of exchange students down this side, all the countries that they represent, and warm and familial memories that they left behind. And over on this side, I've got a variety of, gosh, I can't drive a camera, of Rotary memories from our club and district. I've got a couple trips to Nyan, my time in youth exchange. That's my favorite annual theme, Be the Inspiration. That's words of action for Rotary there. Our club pin, and my new favorite over here is the diversity, equity, inclusion themes, LGBTQIA+ Rotarian Fellowship that I'm involved with. Oh, there's another fellowship. I'm also a Rotarian metalhead with the German crew, who's now conducting an international tour of rock and roll. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, that's my collection. I'll pass to Brandy, who's got out in the show.
Yeah, Brandy, what you got going on?
Well, I started off with a Rotary mask that Terry had given me. And then this was from one of our fundraisers, this hat. And I put on it, let's see, I'm going to try to do the thing. And I have my, some of my key pins. I have all of my other pins with me too from over the years for all the Rotary things. Whoops, I understand what you're talking about, driving a camera, Ian. But I have my Paul Harris pins, my sustaining pin, of course, our club pin, and a couple of my favorite district governor pins. And of course, you got to say that you love your Rotary Club.
That's right. Got that one.
And then, of course, I got my hat, my Rotary shirt on.
Way to go. Way to go.
Let's see, there we go.
Anybody else got some swag on?
I do.
All right, Karen. Oh, yes.
I went through every thing I could find. And I was missing some of the pins, and I thought, what happened to them? And I remember I lost a whole pouch of pins when I went to a meeting in Santa Rosa one time. And then I would give them away to people who didn't have a Rotary pin on at a meeting. So I'm missing several, but I'm really excited to share the 25-year anniversary pin that Scott Heller created during his year, because every time I wore it, people would comment, oh, that is so cool. That is such a cool pin. And then I have my Rotary blingy shirt that Terry Clark gave me, and the bracelet that she gave me. So I have a lot of Rotary bling. And the other thing I'm proud of, I have my Paul Harris pin on too. So
Very nice, very nice. Anybody else have any they want to share?
Maggie, I'd like to show you my collection. I did not put it on. I don't know if you can see,
I didn't think you would.
but this is some of it right here. I collect pins, I always have, and I also, when we've had youth exchange students, I always give them a bag of pins to get them going, both the outbound and the inbound. So it's kind of fun to think about pins I've given young people who are older now because they were exchange students a while ago, being all over the world. And so it is fun. I do like to collect my Rotary swag.
Yes, yes, thank you. And David, it looks, oh, Scott, we'll go to Scott and then we'll go to David. Yes, Scott.
Well, I just, I'm only wearing a hat because it's the only thing you can see from the neck up anyway. But I wanted to point out this on my mantle. And given that this is your last meeting, that was something that I received from, I think it was a collaboration between Craig and Oren at my last meeting event. It's a rotary wheel on a swivel and it spins and it's very, very cool. It's all carved out of wood. One of my favorite pieces. It sits in a very important cubby in my home.
Nice.
Just want to share that.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank
And Randy, well, we'll go to David and then we'll go to Randy.
Okay, I can't quite see what I've got on, but I did get up early and I'm still just starting with my coffee. But I think on this side I've got polio and my badge. There's no current year badge for me, but a badge for being endowment chair, which I've been for a while. And it was Terry Clark got me started on the relevance of collecting bling. Festival of Brotherhood, traveling to Mexico. That's not the only place I've gone, but this represents that. Here's an exchange student from India, from, gosh, you know, we've had a string of exchange students, but this was one to represent that. A major donor pin. I couldn't find my Bequest Society pin. It wanders around in the house. And a Rotary sponsored someone, and I think I've got a friendship pin on here, having been a friend to somebody in Rotary. I got a pin for it.
Very nice.
And I try not to walk, if I put on everything I had like Ian, I would be afraid to walk close to swimming pools.
Yeah, we'd probably all sink. Randy, where are you? Let me see.
Here I am.
There you go.
Did I pop up? Well, I have one of the old shirts, which I think is with the old symbol, which I think isn't this contraband now that we, you know, it's not the correct thing. And above it, these are mostly, I think, district governor pins. A couple, I think I have Scott's pin here. And of course I have the Arcata PD star and the City of Arcata potato. With the city seal, they call the city potato.
City potato. Oh, okay. Funny. Anyone else have anything they want to show off? And yes, Kevin.
Yeah, I've got my my basic foundation pins on. There's the, I can't, it's really weird to see things backwards and try to see it. At any rate, there's the major donor, no, that's on that side. No, it's on this side. Major donor pin with the little floppy, twirly pin that shows the Paul Harris Society. Above that, the Bequest Society. One I really like, this is the Light Up Rotary. This was from my governor year. This was the pin that was the official 14-15 Light Up Rotary. It predated California's move. And this is my Rotary Foundation pin, which I wore all the time when I was a assistant coordinator in zone. And moving over, what is this thing? Oh, that's the past governor pin there. And this is the Triple Crown pin, which is the, one pin to rule them all, because the Triple Crown pin means Bequest Society, Major Donor, and Paul Harris Society. And none other than Terry Clark is the Foundation Committee Chair in charge of Triple Crown. So
that's right.
I wore that in her honor. I got a bunch of other pins, but they won't fit on lapels. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have to, I need a special shirt, I guess.
Well, and what I did is I put all mine on a scarf. So I didn't have to try to control the camera, and I'm not going to go through all of these, but it was fun. And this is making me think I need to remember to wear the pins more. Maybe not, maybe I should just go out with my sash, walk around. I feel like reminds me of when I was King Ludwig. Anyway, so I'm sure more people have some. We're going to move on now and wear your pins proudly. Let people know what Rotary is, and yeah, wear the light up Rotary pin. I'm sure that will get lots of questions and comments. So thank you everybody for that. That was fun. We are going to do some gratitude recognitions and a little bit of fellowship, and I'm going to start with I'm going to take presidential privilege, and I'm going to start with some gratitude of my own. And I want to start by thanking all our board members this year who really stepped up and were consistent and supportive of me and the club and the work that we had to do. I really thank all of you. And speaking of swag, this is not a pin, but I'm going to be giving you all a little Rotary. Can you see that? What does it say? It's in back. It says people of action. It's not backwards. Yay. Hey, Kevin, you can figure out a way that you cannot be backwards. I did that. I don't remember how, but so anyway, you're all going to get a little mug. And I especially want to thank AJ and Steve, who are going off the board this year, and but aren't going away, are still active in the club. And I really want to thank both of you for your service with the board. We had a bunch of committee chairs who I want to thank. They will also get a mug. If you are a committee chair and a board member, no, you don't get 2 mugs. In fact, you actually are sharing this mug. I got 1 mug for everybody, so I'll leave it at the Griffin and you guys can just go and borrow it and use it and say, I want the Rotary drink, and whatever it is, so put your drink in this and then just leave it there. We have a budget to maintain. But these are all of our committee chairs, Tomas and Ray membership, and they are both retiring from the membership committee after this year, and AJ and Melinda are picking that up. So thank you, Tomas and Ray. And Brandy is our mentorship chair, and Romy is our diversity, equity, inclusion chair, a new committee this year. Jessica chairs our fellowship committee, and we'll be hearing from her in a little bit about some upcoming fellowship. Howard and Greg chair our program committee, and they have programs raring to go for the next year already, and Ian's had a lot to do with that, and also Charlie helps out there too a lot. Barbara and I are the PR co-chairs. And Randy is our finance committee chair. He sat on the sidelines this year very patiently, but that committee will be back up in action starting July 1st. And Amanda and AJ are our co-chairs for community service. Tom and Charlie, co-chairs for World Community Service. Terry is our foundation chair. And you're gonna hear, surprise everybody, a few of you are gonna share some stuff later after this, and you'll see what it is, and it won't be hard, don't panic. And And Rebecca and Brian Reeser are our youth services chairs. They are both also stepping down this year, after this year. And I really appreciate all that they've done over the years for that committee. And I think we're still looking for a couple chairs. Maybe Ian's found them, but if you're interested in co-chairing that committee, let Ian know. Brian and P and Jennifer chaired the scholarship committee, and they did a great job this year getting those scholarships done. And that's a tough job. I tell you, that's probably in some ways the hardest thing to chair, because you don't get to give, you have to make tough decisions, let's say, and I really thank them for that. Joyce is our gratitude, our recognition chair, and thank you, Joyce, for stepping up and coming up with the gratitudes. And Charli Murphy is our chair for the vocational services. So thank you all. I appreciate you a lot. If we were all in the room, everybody would be applauding right now. So I encourage you all to applaud yourselves and each other. Thank you so much for your service to the club and to the community. Oh, is Charli here? Crystal, Charli? No.
Yeah. Yes.
You are, good. So I have a little award for Charli, because you guys don't know how hard our district grant work was this year because of the pandemic. We were trying to help 7 transitional age youth find jobs, build skills, build resumes, get themselves ready and presentable to get a job. And Charli stepped up and mentored 8 different youth. It was very challenging. All these youth had challenges in their life that made it difficult for them to move forward with work. And we ended up at the end of the day, 5 of them ended up getting jobs through the support that we provided, that Charli provided. And it was much harder because of the pandemic than we thought it would be. When we wrote the grant, we were like, well, yeah, sure, by October, this pandemic will be over and we'll have all this time to just do it, right? And I just want to give her a shout out. And again, thank Tomas for making it possible with his company waiving any of their fees. So we were able to use the money to pay these folks directly. And it was an incredible effort. It would not have happened without Charli. So I have a little pin. Actually, it looks really big here, but I have a pin I'm going to pass on to Charli. And it looks like they're all doing the hula dance, which is kind of fun. And I will pass this on to Charli. And thank you very much for your doing what you did with that. That's applaudable, actually, too.
Thank you very much. I definitely couldn't have done it without you and Tomas and Vanessa and your guys' support. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And get ready, we're doing it again. No, just kidding. And also I want to give us some shout outs to those people with perfect attendance, Zoom attendance, which is not an easy thing to do. I tried it and I did it, and it's challenging, and especially when you have to listen to me the whole time. So these are the folks that have perfect attendance. And those of you listed on here, will also get a mug, but not a second mug. So shout out to all of you for doing that. It's not easy, I know. And I went and watched one of the videos that Dick does a great job recording. And I'm like, this is not good. It's my face all the time. Why are my slides? Why aren't my slides up here? So I think we need to burn all those. But anyway, can you burn a digital? I don't know. So I also, we spent the year thinking we weren't doing anything, or that we couldn't do anything, and when are we going to get out there, and when are we going to do stuff? And I felt like it was important to make a list of everything that we did. So I've spent the last few weeks making a list of everything we did, and it's pretty impressive. And this is a list of some of the stuff that we did to support our club and to support fellowship. So I'm not going to read through all of these. I'll let you read through them, but we did a lot. Our fellowship committee provided a lot of different ways they supported members with the fellowship events, with the reaching out to community, to all of us. We did some training, important training in diversity, equity, inclusion. We all learned how to Zoom and to Venmo, and we tried to learn how to Slack, but the name just leads it to be slacky. I mean, I just slacked on that. We also hosted people. We're able to host guests from around the world, including some of our former exchange students, which was really nice. And of course, we hosted this guy. And we would never have been able to do that if we hadn't been in a pandemic and thought about how to do it differently. So, and here is a few pictures of some fellowships, unofficial ones as well. And I just remembered that the last fellowship we did before the pandemic was we were throwing axes, and who knew? I mean, when we were out there kind of innocent. I mean, I felt like that was such an innocent time. We were just hanging out, throwing axes and drinking beer and had no idea what was coming. And now when we throw axes, we have a whole different motivation and a energy going toward it, just to get out the frustration of the last 15 months. We did some more stuff too. So I think that we had the fun we could have as we could have the fun without being together. And I wanted to ask Jessica if she would share a little bit about what the fellowship committee is up to now. You know what? We can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry. Hi, everyone. So reporting back from the fellowship committee, we are looking forward to gathering people together again in person. How exciting. And we have created 2 opportunities for fellowship coming up over the summer-ish. The first one is going to be on the 28th of June, and that's a slight change from what we may have told you before, but we had some scheduling wrinkles come up. So that's a Monday evening, and we're going to gather after work at Bigfoot Taproom up in McKinleyville, just to sort of, last meeting of this Rotary year, chance to come together, have an after work beverage. The club's going to provide some pizza, and let's come together on a Monday evening and support the Bigfoot, and also spend a little time as club members together, busy with each other. So that's coming up, our June fellowship event. And then mark your calendars, please. I think it's going to be August 22nd that we'll have a event at the Griffin. That will be a Sunday afternoon, and we'll have a barbecue and social event at Griffin. The club will provide dogs and burgers, and we'll ask people to potluck sides, and maybe we'll have some cornhole, some toss games, that sort of thing, a little outside fun to be able to come together and enjoy each other's company. So 2 events coming up, June 28th, Monday evening at the Bigfoot, and August 22nd, which is a Sunday afternoon at the Griffin. Okay, I think that's it.
Thank you. I'm having trouble with my, awesome. See, I'm having trouble with my video, so now I won't be on the screen with the recording. Thank you. What time is that on the 28th? Because for me, evening starts at 4, so I didn't know what the specifics were on that. You're muted again. Uh-oh.
Fix it. Yeah, 5:30 after work.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you to you.
And we'll have an email sent out to people also, just as reminders.
Okay, interesting. Well, thank you, Jessica. I don't know what's going on with, I think my internet is slow or something, and so it's not letting me show you my face. Thank you.